Welcome to our 2015 winter concert. My name is Mr. Matthew Raab, and I have the pleasure of being our band director for Whitehall District Schools. And I'm so glad you're here this evening. Thank you for joining us. On stage right now, in front of you, is our 6th grade band, and they have done such a great job in 3 short months. I'm so proud of them. And so the first song we shared with you was Jingle Bells, and we have a lot of songs we're going to share with you with the 6th grade band. We're going to kind of take you chronologically through what we've learned over the last 3 months. And so we're really excited to share our music with you. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Our next piece we'll play for you is a piece called Lightly Row. Within Lightly Row, we first started talking about skips and leaps and jumps within our music, and so you'll hear some of those within this piece. Thank you very much. Our next piece we're going to share with you is a melody called Skip to My Lou. And in this piece, as we moved on in our book, our students learned about what are called eighth notes. There are different kinds of notes that last different lengths within music. And so eighth notes are a little bit quicker, a little bit shorter than quarter notes and half notes. And so they were really excited to learn about eighth notes. And so Skip to My Lou has a lot of eighth notes in it. So Skip to My Lou. Moving right along. The next piece we're going to play for you is a traditional Hanukkah song. It's entitled My Dreidel. And within My Dreidel, we learned about pickup notes. And pickup notes are notes that happen right before a measure or right on the last beat of a measure, kind of leading in or picking up into the next measure. And so, My Dreidel. Thank you. Our next piece is a melody entitled Aureli. And when we got to Aureli within our books, we started talking about harmony. And harmony within music is, up until now, every piece that we've played has had one part. You've heard just the melody. And so when we have harmony in a piece, we have two or more notes or two or more parts going on at the same time. And so this was a really fun piece for the kids to learn, and they really enjoyed it because then they got to kind of have a little more ownership over their own part within their sections. So I'll lead. Thank you. Aren't they great? Aren't they great? It's a blessing every day. It's so much fun. They're such a blast to have in class. Our next piece we're going to play is a melody entitled Ode to Joy from Beethoven's Ninth Symphony. And within this piece, we now start, each thing that we kept learning in our book is getting a little more challenging, a little more in depth in the music. And so the next piece of music theory that we learned about was dynamics. And dynamics within music is when we change volumes. And so the students have learned 3 different volume levels for this piece. They may know different volume levels in your homes, but in my band room they know 3. So, Ode to Joy. Thank you very much. We have 2 more pieces for you. The next piece we're going to play is a tune called Hard Rock Blues. And it's safe to say that this is their favorite. Maybe you'll figure it out when we play. I don't know, but this is their favorite. They wanted to play this all day, every day. And what we're going to do with this piece is I meet with the kids in 2 different classes, with your students in 2 different classes. Mr. Barron and I, when I got here a couple of years ago, we sat down and Mr. Barron really worked with me to get 2 separate 6th grade classes so that we could have all of our woodwinds in one class, all of our brass and percussion in another. And that's so important when our students first start beginning an instrument, just to get the basic techniques down. It allows me to really focus more on their individual instruments. And so it's wonderful. And so I want to say thanks to Mr. Barron, our administrative staff, for being supportive of that, because it really makes a difference being able to work together. And then when we get together as a big group a few days before the concert, it's like Christmas. You know, they just love getting together as a big band and playing together. So what we're going to do with Hard Rock Blues is we're going to play it 3 times. We're going to repeat the song 3 times. The first time you're going to hear our woodwinds. Woodwinds, could you go ahead and just raise your instruments up there so we know who you are? Okay, our woodwinds are our flutes, our clarinets, and our alto saxophones. Go ahead, put them down, thanks. That's the first time through with our percussion. The second time through is our brass class, and that is our trumpets and our trombones. Trumpets, trombones, raise them up. Yeah, all right, shiny, good. Okay, thank you. So the second time around will be our brass, and then the third time through, they're all gonna play together. Hard rock blues. I guess it's pretty cool. It's pretty fun. I forgot to introduce our percussion as well. Percussion, can you just hold up mallets or sticks or whatever you have in your hands right now? So within our, sure, yeah, go percussion. Percussion is within our brass class, okay? So all of our percussionists making all the awesome noise in the back, they're within our trumpet and our trombone class. We have one more piece for you. We're gonna leave you with a holiday tune, Up on the Housetop. Sixth grade band, take it on the band.
Somebody forgot to wind up the band.
Costume change. Thank you very much. On stage before you now is our 7th grade concert band, and that was a piece called Merry Christmas Machine. They had a little bit of fun with that one, if you couldn't think of it. I have to, first of all, I have to give a shout out to the student that made the contraption that was on my back. When we started playing this piece, I laid it out to the kids and they were like, "What?" I said, "Trust me, it's gonna be cool, it'll be cool, they'll like it." And I said, "Here's what I need this thing that turns, like a wind-up toy." And after a few weeks, they're like, "Oh, okay, I get it." And so the wind-up thing on my back was Mr. Gabe Bass. Thanks, Mr. Gabe Bass, for that. I'd like to also recognize our ensembles that played for you in between our 6th and 7th grade bands. Our first duet was Miss Lydia Jura and Miss Rebecca Cook. And if you notice in the program, there's a couple of, when it says next to the title of the piece, it says ARR period. That means arranged by. And so you'll see student names in there, and you'll see some student names if you stick around for the high school concert. And so that version of Jingle Bell Rock, Lydia Jura and Rebecca together arranged that version of it for piano and trumpet. And so the reason I want to recognize that is we're starting to use a little more technology now that the students have their Chromebooks, and they did that on a computer program called NoteFlight, and I talked a little bit about that last year. And so our students are really starting to get involved with that program and just start writing their own stuff, and it's amazing. And so that was arranged by the two of them. Our trio, Mr. Ryland Bernhardt, Mr. Jagger Reynolds, and Mr. Gabe Bass, they played a piece called Dance by Kovalevsky, and the boys performed at Solo and Ensemble Festival this past December 5th, and where they received a Division I rating, which is a superior rating, which is the best you can do. So round of applause for our trio and our trio. We're going to move on to our next piece, which is entitled Toboggan Run. And this piece is composed by Mr. Matt Conaway. Mr. Matt Conaway is a Michigan native, and so he wrote this piece simply off of his childhood memories of sledding in the wintertime and the cold, and that was one of his best. He lives in Indiana now, but he just loved sledding when he was a kid and just wrote this piece based on all of those memories. So, Toboggan Run. Thank you very much. And so if you notice at the end of that piece, it just kind of sped up till the end, and so just kind of like we're sliding down the hill. So our last piece that we have for you, before I announce the last piece we have for you, along with our trio at Solo and Ensemble, we had another soloist, Mr. Avery Wagner. Avery also performed a solo at Solo and Ensemble Festival, where he also received a Division I rating. So Avery, can you stand up for us? Round of applause for Mr. Avery Wagner. We did not have our winter solo and ensemble last year, so this was kind of a first from last year. We also will have another opportunity for solo and ensemble in the springtime in April, and so I'll be handing out information for solo and ensemble as we come back from the break. Our last piece we have for you is a piece entitled Secret Agent Sugar Plum. And this piece is kind of a mixture of the Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairies from the Nutcracker Suite, Tchaikovsky's Nutcracker, and Secret Agent 007. So here is Secret Agent Sugar Plum. welcome back. The building is secure, everything is safe, and I just want to say thank you for being flexible and being patient. Thank you very much for that. Our last piece was In the Mood of Winter. Piece before that was a piece called Celtic Bell Carol, featuring our percussion section. There was some wonderful drumming going on in there. Round of applause for our percussion section. Before that piece, we had a couple more ensembles, and so I'd like to recognize our first group that we had, our trio, well, quartet. Over here we had Miss Ilana Weiler, Miss Alexis Brown, and Miss Caroline Glamsey playing Baby It's Cold Outside. And if you looked in your program, arranged by Miss Caroline Glamsey. So, our trio. Caroline actually took the vocal version, took it for a male and female voice and wrote it for 2 flutes and a saxophone. So, there you go. Our duet was Miss Annika Swope and Miss Braley Johnson on French horn and flute. And I want to make a quick shout out for Miss Annika Swope. Annika performed a solo at Solo Ensemble on December 5th as well, and also received a Division I rating. So congratulations. Okay. The Mood of Winter was based on the Huron Carol, and our last piece that the 8th grade band is going to play for you this evening is the Polar Express. And before we finish out our concert, I want to say thank you once again for coming this evening. I wish you all very happy holidays. We had lots and lots of cookies out in the Viking Center. So at the conclusion of our concert, if you could join us and stick around for a few minutes and enjoy some fellowship and refreshments, that would be wonderful. Thanks again for joining us, the Polar Express. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Have a very happy holidays. We'll see you at our next concert.